The topic of this video is persuasive writing. By the end of the video, you should be able to answer the following questions. What is persuasive writing? When do you use persuasive writing? How do you write persuasively? And what does persuasive look like? So let's begin by answering the first question. What is persuasive writing? Well, persuasive writing is writing to convince. The goal is to get your reader or readers to agree with you. You express your opinion, but you also have to back it up with evidence to help your reader understand your point and to get your reader to agree with you. There are a few specific vocabulary terms that are brought up when discussing persuasive writing, so let's go over those now so you understand them throughout the rest of the video. Persuasion means that you're convincing a person to think, feel, or do something. An argument is a means of persuasion. This is the evidence that is used to persuade. An issue is the topic of persuasive writing. It's the subject or problem that people care about, and it's something that has multiple sides to it. People can look at it from different angles and take a different side or have a different opinion about it. A claim in persuasive writing is the writer's assertion about the issue. So now that we have all the vocabulary under control, let's talk more about when to use persuasive writing and how to write persuasively. Persuasive writing is used an awful lot, both in your own personal lives and in the workplace. One example of when persuasive writing would be used is media. All of those Facebook posts or other social media posts that you see from companies about why their product is so great or why you should enter their sweepstakes, those are all pieces of persuasive writing. Lawyers use persuasive writing all the time when they're in court. When you think of any time you have seen a trial on TV, a lawyer always stands up and gives an opening statement or a closing statement and tries to convince the jury to believe that the defendant is either guilty or innocent. Lawyers write these in advance, and these are pieces of persuasive writing. A realtor who's listing a house for sale and writes a description of the house is also writing persuasively. Anytime you reach out to your state representative about an issue and try to get something to happen, you are being persuasive. Even just emailing your boss and requesting off a personal day, you explain why you want the day off or why you deserve the day off, and so that is also a piece of persuasive writing. So now that we know what persuasive writing is and we've seen some examples of how it can be used, let's talk about how to write persuasively. In any writing task, the first thing you do is pre-writing. You generate some ideas about what you're going to write. When you're pre-writing, you should consider two things: your purpose and your audience. When considering your purpose, ask yourself the following topics. What is my topic? What is my own opinion of the topic? And what do I want my reader to think, feel, or do? This will help you generate some ideas as to how you can be persuasive. When you're considering your audience when writing persuasively, you need to ask yourself a different set of questions. Who is going to read this? What do they know about my topic? What do they think about my topic? And how can I make them agree with me? Answering these questions will help direct your writing. For example, if you know your reader already agrees with you on your topic, you don't have to be nearly as persuasive. But if you anticipate that your reader agrees with the other side and completely disagrees with you, you need to provide even more evidence to be more persuasive to change that reader's mind. When it comes to drafting persuasive writing, there are some steps that you should take to help make sure you really are being persuasive, that you really are convincing your reader. You need to present your issue, and then you need to state your claim. So first provide some background information of the issue, of the topic at hand, and then state your claim, what you think about it and what your argument's going to be. Use evidence to back up your claim. This is your complete argument, the means that you're going to use to persuade your reader. Appeal to your reader to try to get them to agree with you, and focus on your goal. We're going to go through each of these steps in more detail. When you present your issue, you first of all need to make sure that your reader even sees that an issue exists. On really controversial topics, this might not be as necessary, but if you're trying to convince your boss why you really should get that vacation time that was already denied, you will need to convince your boss that this is an issue. You also want to help your reader be concerned about the issue so that they're more intrigued by what it is you have to say. The second thing you should do in persuasive writing is state your claim. You need to choose one side of your issue, and then you need to state your opinion. In a persuasive paragraph, that becomes your topic sentence. The topic is the issue, your opinion or your claim is your controlling idea, and so altogether, that makes up your topic sentence. You need to back up your claim with evidence. It's not enough to just say that you think a certain way. You need to prove why it is that you do feel that certain way. So why should your reader believe you? That's where the evidence comes in. By appealing to your reader and using statistics or facts or other evidence, you can prove your opinion and prove that your opinion is correct. You also should appeal to your reader, and there are 3 ways to do that. You can use a logical appeal where you use lots of facts and reasoning to help your reader agree with you. You can appeal to the reader's emotion and try to get your reader to feel a certain way about a topic. You can use a credibility appeal where you come off as an expert on the topic so that you're very believable, or you can use all 3. But we'll be learning more about these appeals later. And the most important thing in persuasive writing is to keep focused on your goal. If you have decided that your goal is to get your readers to agree with you on a certain topic, the more you focus on it, the more likely you are to be persuasive. So now that we know how to write persuasively, let's look at a few examples of persuasive paragraphs. Here's our first example of a persuasive paragraph. Immigration contributes to the overall health of the American economy. Despite recent concerns expressed about immigration to the United States, this country has largely benefited from the skills, talents, and ambition that immigrants bring with them. American businesses benefit from a good source of affordable labor, while towns and cities are revitalized by immigrant families who strengthen communities through civic participation and the generation of new economic activity. The United States must continue to welcome new arrivals and help those who are already here. Otherwise, the country will lose the advantages it has over other industrialized countries that compete against us in the global marketplace and seek to recruit from a vast pool of unskilled and skilled global workers. So the topic in this paragraph is immigration. That's the issue. The claim is that the United States has largely benefited from the skills, talents, and ambitions that immigrants bring with them. So there's our topic sentence. What's going on before the topic sentence is presenting the issue, making sure the reader understands that an issue exists. This is done by saying, despite recent concerns expressed about immigration to the United States. The rest of the paragraph provides evidence as to how this country has benefited from immigrants. We get a source of affordable labor, towns and cities are revitalized, immigrants participate and generate new economic activity. Notice that this paragraph does give us the opinion that immigration is a good thing, but it is backed up by reasons why. This paragraph is really using that logical appeal, using facts and appealing to a sense of reasoning. Let's look at a second example. The school fair is right around the corner and tickets have just gone on sale. Even though you may be busy, you will still want to reserve just one day out of an entire year to relax and have fun with us. Even if you don't have much money, you don't have to worry. The school fair is a community event and therefore prices are kept low. Maybe you feel you are too old for fairs or you just don't like them. Well, that's what my grandfather thought, but he came to last year's school fair and had this to say about it. I had the best time of my life. While it's true you may be able to think of a reason not to come, I'm also sure you can think of several reasons why you must come. We look forward to seeing you at the school fair. So the topic of this paragraph is the school fair. And the issue is that the school fair is a worthwhile place to be. That's the claim. So our topic sentence then, again, is our issue and our claim. And so it is this. Even though you may be busy, you still want to reserve just one day out of an entire year and relax and have fun with us. The rest of this paragraph then gives us reasons why the school fair is worth our time and money. So it says even if you don't have much money, it is a community event and the prices are kept low. That is a logical appeal, using the reader's sense of reasoning that the school fair might not be worth the money to try to convince people to come. Then we have a nice little credibility appeal. where it says here, maybe you feel you are too old for fairs or you just don't like them. Well, that's what my grandfather thought, but he came to last year's school fair and had this to say about it. I had the best time of my life. Here, the author is quoting somebody who didn't want to attend last year but attended and had a good time to give some credibility to how valuable of an experience the school fair is. We can see that these two paragraphs were approached in separate ways. One is based more on facts and logic. The other one is a little bit less serious of an issue and uses a combination of the appeals, but both present an issue, present an opinion or a claim, and then use evidence to back up that claim, which makes them both pieces of persuasive writing.